Hello, steadfast Taurus. As the final day of June gently unfolds, today's video brings thoughtful guidance that can help you close this month with clarity and quiet confidence before stepping into what's next. Rather than urging you to rush toward the future, this moment invites you to recognize how much you've already grown through the experiences of the past few weeks. This is a meaningful time to reflect. Trust the wisdom that has been quietly taking root within you, and recognize that your inner voice is becoming one of your strongest and most dependable guides. You may notice a steady pull toward a different direction in your relationships, career, or personal ambitions, and this gentle invitation deserves your attention rather than being set aside. Because lasting change often begins as a quiet feeling before it becomes a visible reality. Before June slips away, give yourself space to hear what your heart has been patiently revealing. Sometimes clarity doesn't arrive through dramatic events, but through calm moments when everything finally begins to make sense. If uncertainty has surrounded a person or a situation, today can offer a clearer perspective, allowing you to see what truly deserves your energy and what no longer belongs in your future. If you're in a relationship, a sincere conversation may deepen your understanding of one another. Yet it's still important to avoid rushing into decisions before you're fully aware of your own feelings and confident that your choices reflect your true values instead of outside expectations. The strongest decisions are often the ones made from inner peace rather than emotional urgency. If you're single, an unexpected encounter or meaningful connection could encourage you to pause and look more closely. Instead of focusing on first impressions alone, allow yourself the time to notice how someone makes you feel over time, because genuine trust grows through consistency rather than excitement alone. Keep both your mind and your heart open, but allow trust to develop naturally before investing yourself too deeply. Remember, Taurus, the strongest relationships are built on mutual respect, honest understanding, and a shared vision for the future. The same thoughtful energy also supports practical decisions as you consider expanding your goals through a new project, greater responsibility, or a carefully planned career change that reflects the life you're truly trying to build. Take time to evaluate the next steps with patience instead of haste. As this month reaches its closing chapter, every thoughtful decision becomes part of the foundation you're preparing for July and the opportunities beyond it. If valuable opportunities or supportive partnerships begin to appear, welcome them with quiet confidence, knowing that careful planning and steady effort often create the kind of success that lasts. This is also a meaningful day for personal growth, and a deeper awareness of your needs may emerge through reflection, meditation, or simply allowing yourself enough stillness to recognize what genuinely brings lasting fulfillment. Sometimes your greatest breakthrough comes not from doing more, but from finally understanding what truly matters. As this month comes to a close, aligning your actions with your authentic values becomes the strongest foundation for moving ahead. Taurus, this day carries meaningful potential, but your greatest strength comes from acting with purpose, clear intention, and steady judgment, while remaining connected to your inner wisdom. Your natural patience becomes an advantage now because it allows you to build something stable instead of chasing temporary results. By balancing intuition with practical awareness, you create room for fresh beginnings in love, work, and personal growth, allowing your heart to remain open while your steps stay thoughtful, grounded, and patient. That quiet balance is what helps lasting opportunities recognize you. Life is quietly revealing the next part of your path. As you move forward, there is no need to force every answer today, because some truths become clear only when you give them enough room to unfold naturally. Keep in mind that these messages are broad in nature, so they may not perfectly reflect your personal circumstances. If a thought or insight speaks to you, carry it with you as helpful guidance and allow it to inspire thoughtful action. If something doesn't resonate, simply let it pass without resistance, because every person's journey is unique, shaped by different experiences, different timing, and different lessons. Receive these words with a peaceful mind. Trust your own intuition, and allow your personal judgment to determine what truly fits your experience. As we continue, we'll explore how today's energies influence the most meaningful areas of your life, including love and relationships, finances, health, and family connections, so you can approach the coming month with greater awareness and confidence. Before we continue, I'd like to share today's lucky numbers and color. If this video has brought you encouragement, comfort, or clarity, please take a moment to leave a like, because your support helps these messages continue reaching you each day with care, consistency, and genuine dedication. Today's fortunate numbers are 6 and 30. Consider weaving them into your day in simple, meaningful ways, whether they appear in small choices, important moments, or simply as gentle reminders to stay centered during this transition into a new month. Sometimes numbers become less about prediction and more about helping you remain mindful of the intentions you're carrying forward. If you have the opportunity to participate in activities involving numbers, feel free to embrace the opportunity with an open mind and a positive outlook. Your lucky color today is sage green. Wearing this gentle earth tone shade, whether through clothing, accessories, or subtle details, can encourage a sense of balance, calm, and quiet confidence while complementing your natural presence. It reflects stability, renewal, and the quiet strength that grows through patience, making it especially fitting as June gives way to July. Whenever you're choosing between colors today, consider reaching for one that reflects this peaceful, grounded energy and reminds you to move through the day with calm assurance. Every experience you encounter carries a lesson waiting to be recognized, and nothing unfolds without meaning. Moments of success, periods of challenge, peaceful seasons, and difficult ones all become threads woven into a greater design that supports your growth, even when their purpose isn't immediately obvious. Looking back, you may discover that some of your greatest strengths were formed during the seasons you once questioned the most. Learning remains one of life's greatest gifts, and every step along your path quietly shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, more resilient, and more deeply rooted as you continue moving toward the future that is gradually unfolding before you. As June reaches its final moments, don't allow yesterday's burdens to anchor you where you've already outgrown, and don't let tomorrow's uncertainties steal the peace available to you now. Meet each experience with the curiosity of someone willing to learn, because even life's hardest seasons often conceal unexpected wisdom beneath the surface. When you choose that perspective, hidden gifts begin to reveal themselves in places you once overlooked. Today, abundance finds its way to you through more than financial gain. A heartfelt conversation, uplifting news, a melody that stirs your spirit, or gratitude shared with people you cherish could become reminders that true prosperity reaches far beyond material things. The more openly you receive these quiet blessings, the richer this closing chapter of June becomes. Give yourself permission to remain flexible today, not by sacrificing your strength, but by standing like a deeply rooted tree that bends gently with the breeze without losing its foundation. Stay receptive, dear Taurus, because this quiet willingness to adapt may uncover opportunities you believed had disappeared long ago. As one month gives way to the next, possibility settles around you with calm confidence, inviting you into a season of renewal you've been approaching step by step. You've carried the quiet weight of familiar emotional cycles and practical responsibilities for longer than anyone may realize. Now the energy begins to loosen those old patterns, allowing long-hidden truths to rise naturally, while creating room for fresh possibilities in love, prosperity, and personal growth. Rather than arriving with force, this transition unfolds with steady certainty. The first card to appear is the Sun, filling your day with warmth, clarity, and renewed confidence. For someone as patient and dependable as you, Taurus, this light represents far more than optimism, because it marks the closing of chapters that once drained your spirit through relationships or professional challenges. Your generous nature has often inspired you to carry more than your share, but now this card reminds you that your own steady light is what naturally draws others toward you. Expect understanding to arrive with surprising ease, as situations that once felt uncertain begin making sense. What seemed tangled gradually untangles, allowing you to move ahead with genuine confidence and a lighter heart. The path before you becomes easier to recognize because you finally see it without unnecessary doubt. Next comes the Chariot, encouraging steady progress guided by discipline and quiet determination. Taurus is naturally thoughtful before making important moves, and today this card supports turning careful reflection into meaningful action, especially if you've been considering travel, relocation, or another significant life decision. You may sense someone's admiration from a distance, yet the Chariot reminds you that your direction remains protected as long as you continue trusting your inner judgment. Obstacles that once felt immovable begin transforming into the very foundation supporting your next step forward. Stay committed to your course, because the consistency you practice today leads beyond hesitation and into visible progress. Every careful decision adds another stone to the future you're steadily building. The Ace of Pentacles shifts the focus toward lasting opportunity and tangible beginnings. If recent financial pressure or professional fatigue has tested your confidence, this card suggests that a promising new seed has already been planted. It reminds you that stability and prosperity can grow alongside your natural talents, whether through an unexpected offer, recognition for your work, or encouraging improvements in your finances. Accept these opportunities with confidence, because they reflect the quiet resilience you've cultivated through every previous challenge. The effort you've invested has not been overlooked, and its rewards are beginning to take shape. What you have patiently nurtured is finally preparing to bear fruit. The Lovers deepens the emotional atmosphere by highlighting a meaningful connection that continues to develop. Whether this comes through rebuilding an existing relationship or meeting someone who truly understands you, the card speaks of mutual respect, honest communication, and shared values. Someone may already be drawn to your authentic presence, just as you recognize a genuine connection forming in return. Your intuition, Taurus, has likely sensed more than words have revealed, including another person's uncertainty or quiet feelings. The Lovers remind you that trust grows when old doubts are released and sincere conversations replace assumptions. Choosing openness over fear creates space for a relationship that supports lasting growth. The arrival of the Fool celebrates a fresh beginning, perfectly matching this transition from June into the possibilities waiting ahead. This card reflects a version of yourself that is gradually releasing old caution and familiar limitations, making room for renewed curiosity and quiet courage. Your creativity, practical wisdom, and willingness to grow become valuable companions as you move into the next chapter. The opportunities calling to you, whether connected to love or personal dreams, appear at exactly the right moment. Move forward with calm confidence, trusting the inner strength that has carried you through every previous season of change. The Fool reminds you that what appears uncertain may actually be the open doorway leading toward greater freedom and fulfillment. Judgment announces a powerful season of awakening, reflecting the inner renewal you've been preparing for over time. After periods of feeling overlooked or held back, this card clears away outdated fears, lingering doubt, and influences that no longer belong in your life. For Taurus, this becomes an invitation to stand firmly in your true worth and step into the future you've been patiently creating. Listen carefully to your inner wisdom, because it continues guiding you toward the life that genuinely reflects who you are becoming. Old questions surrounding security and self-worth begin to lose their power as your confidence grows stronger. The foundation beneath you feels steadier with every honest choice you make. Finally, the Star brings gentle healing and renewed hope, restoring the parts of you that have quietly grown tired. Your generous spirit has often focused on supporting others, and today this card encourages you to invest that same care in your own aspirations and inner light. Your hopes for love, recognition, and abundance begin aligning beneath this peaceful influence, while uncertainty about the future gradually fades as your unique gifts continue to be recognized and appreciated. Stay open, remain inspired. Life continues arranging quiet opportunities in your favor. The Ten of Cups brings this part of the video to a place of deep emotional fulfillment, reflecting harmony that reaches beyond romance into family, meaningful friendships, and the comforting feeling of truly belonging within your own life. As June comes to a close, it reminds you that the greatest rewards often grow from the relationships and inner peace you've carefully nurtured over time. Your physical well-being reflects the care you've been giving yourself, and recently your body may have been asking for more attention than you've realized. Saturn's influence encourages you to rebuild habits that strengthen your endurance and overall vitality, not for appearances, but because the goals waiting ahead deserve a strong and reliable foundation. Choose an activity that genuinely fits your lifestyle, and remember that your steady support may also become a source of comfort for someone close who is facing a difficult season. Professionally, challenges will always exist, yet they are better viewed as invitations to grow rather than reasons for discouragement. Continue investing in your knowledge, both within your current field and in areas that expand your future possibilities, because learning is one resource no one can ever take from you. Every new skill strengthens your independence and helps create greater long-term security. The signs also favor work-related travel, professional development, or additional training. Even if you build years of experience, remain open to improving your abilities, because every lesson adds another layer to the future you're creating. If an opportunity appears in another city, even one not far away, or if you're searching for work beyond your usual surroundings, don't dismiss it too quickly. Consider learning another language, developing new skills, or refining your resume, even if those efforts seem unnecessary right now. What feels like a small investment today could become the opportunity that unlocks a much larger door tomorrow. The more you expand your knowledge, the more possibilities naturally begin opening around you. Jupiter continues supporting growth in these areas, making this an excellent time to move forward with confidence. Financially, the energy surrounding you begins clearing away old habits of limitation and uncertainty, replacing them with a stronger sense of possibility. As June transitions into July, you may notice that the resources and opportunities you quietly hoped for are beginning to align in practical ways. Unexpected rewards could arrive through creative work, recognition you've earned, or opportunities that directly improve your income. Rather than chasing quick solutions, this energy encourages you to build something meaningful that reflects your values and can continue growing over time. The resilience you developed through previous financial challenges has become the foundation that now attracts greater stability. Stay attentive to signs pointing toward new sources of income, especially those connected with travel, relocation, creative pursuits, or digital opportunities that allow your talents to shine. The obstacles that once slowed your progress begin losing their influence, making the path ahead easier to recognize. True abundance grows when your actions remain aligned with your self-worth and unfold with patience instead of unnecessary pressure. Trust that the financial stability you've been working toward is gradually becoming reality. Honor this momentum through thoughtful daily choices that reflect your value, knowing your perseverance has quietly prepared the way for this next chapter. What you have consistently nurtured is beginning to show visible results. Love cannot be rushed because genuine connection develops in its own time. If you're in a relationship, remember that difficulties become easier to overcome when both people move toward the same destination, with patience, understanding, and mutual respect. Listening with an open heart often carries more healing power than trying to prove a point. One thoughtful conversation can restore peace more effectively than a long disagreement. Lasting harmony grows from honest communication and a shared willingness to build trust together. These small moments become the strongest foundations for lasting love. If you're single, this is a meaningful time to reflect on the way you approach relationships. You may deeply desire an authentic connection, yet certain habits or expectations could be quietly limiting the opportunities around you without you fully realizing it. There's no need to hurry because the right relationship arrives when you're genuinely prepared to welcome it. Many people wonder why familiar relationship patterns continue repeating despite meeting different individuals. Often, what feels emotionally familiar draws us in before we recognize it, even when those patterns no longer serve us well. Greater self-awareness gently changes the kinds of connections you begin inviting into your life. Your personal growth also becomes a quiet example for those closest to you. Family members may draw strength from your resilience, self-respect, and the calm confidence you've been developing through recent experiences. Lingering tension gradually softens, allowing everyone to move toward a more hopeful and supportive future together. Treasure these relationships because they become lasting sources of encouragement and joy. As you continue growing, the atmosphere within your family naturally becomes more caring and connected for everyone involved. The stability you cultivate within yourself quietly extends outward. Today, your honesty is both your greatest protection and one of your strongest gifts. Authenticity creates a quiet magnetism that others recognize, making trust one of your most valuable qualities. Resist any temptation to hide the truth, because even small deceptions eventually become heavier burdens, while sincerity builds respect that can endure for years. At the same time, avoid planning every detail so carefully that you leave no room for life to unfold naturally. Clear goals remain essential, but the best progress comes from dividing larger dreams into practical steps that keep you motivated without becoming overwhelmed. Every milestone reminds you that you're moving steadily in the right direction. Be careful not to judge others too quickly. Sometimes the strongest exterior protects a deeply sensitive heart, and people who seem distant may simply be carrying struggles you cannot yet see. Responding with patience and respect helps break cycles of misunderstanding and often invites unexpected kindness in return. For those pursuing education, this period supports meaningful intellectual growth. Opportunities to learn, contribute, and participate in more significant projects are drawing closer, even if they haven't fully revealed themselves yet. Your consistent dedication is beginning to earn recognition from those around you, leading them to see your potential in larger and more meaningful ways. If you're able to take advantage of these opportunities, that's wonderful. But don't force the process, because you're already building something meant to last. Every steady effort you make now becomes another brick in the strong foundation supporting your future, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Some of the most meaningful progress happens quietly, beneath the surface, long before anyone else can recognize it. Even progress that feels gradual is still meaningful, as this chapter of June quietly comes to a close, reminding you that consistency often creates the strongest and most lasting transformations. If you're learning on your own, you're equally well positioned to grow. Your curiosity is naturally expanding, encouraging you to explore subjects that spark both your interest and your long-term goals. Trust that your independent efforts are developing discipline and confidence that will serve you well in every area of life. Should opportunities arise to collaborate or participate in group projects, especially through school or formal programs, try to welcome them, even as sharing responsibility feels unfamiliar, because growth often arrives through experiences that gently stretch your comfort zone. Exchanging ideas, discussing different viewpoints, and learning alongside others can accelerate your progress in ways independent study sometimes cannot. Listening to different perspectives doesn't diminish your own understanding, it broadens it and helps you see possibilities you may not have considered before. Real education isn't measured only by what you know, but also by your ability to communicate, refine, and strengthen your understanding through meaningful conversations. That willingness to grow together is where lasting wisdom truly begins, turning knowledge into something practical, balanced, and deeply valuable. As for compatibility, today brings especially supportive energy with 3 zodiac signs. First is Aquarius, where matters of the heart encourage courage and genuine trust. Whether in love, business, family, or friendship, opening yourself with quiet confidence allows meaningful connections to deepen, while reminding you that life becomes lighter when you release unnecessary pressure. Sometimes the strongest relationships aren't built through grand gestures, but through small moments of honesty and mutual understanding, shared one conversation at a time. Second comes Gemini, whose energy highlights gratitude as the doorway to greater abundance. Appreciating what already exists in your life naturally creates room for even more blessings to unfold, because gratitude shifts your attention toward opportunities instead of limitations. As this month draws to a close, gratitude becomes a beautiful way to carry your best energy into July, helping you begin the next chapter with a heart that is open rather than burdened by what has already passed. Finally, Sagittarius brings a gentle sense of completion. This is the perfect time to leave behind whatever feels heavy, outdated, or no longer aligned with the person you're becoming. Releasing old expectations, unfinished worries, or emotional clutter creates space for something healthier to take root. By bringing order to both your surroundings and your inner world, you create space for greater peace, joy, and renewed purpose, allowing the coming month to begin with clarity instead of unnecessary weight. We've now reached the close of today's video, and I truly appreciate you spending this time with me and allowing yourself to reflect on these messages. Your presence gives meaning to every word shared here, and I'm grateful you've chosen to be part of this moment. Whether one idea stood out to you or several resonated along the way, I hope you found something that encourages you to trust yourself a little more. As one month quietly gives way to the next, I hope these reflections have offered encouragement for the path ahead and reminded you that every new chapter begins with the choices you make today. Remember, these messages are never meant to decide your future for you. Instead, let them serve as gentle guidance, helping you make choices that reflect your authentic self and the direction you genuinely want your life to follow. Your own intuition, experience, and wisdom will always be your greatest compass. Keep what speaks to your heart and allow anything that doesn't resonate to pass peacefully, knowing that every journey unfolds differently and at its own perfect pace. If this video has brought you comfort, clarity, or a fresh perspective, I would truly appreciate your support with a like, as it helps these messages reach others who may also be searching for encouragement. If you haven't already joined this community, you're warmly invited to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the daily videos prepared with care. Every interaction helps the space continue growing and allows these daily messages to reach more people who may need a little reassurance along their own path. Thank you once again for your trust, your kindness, and your time, and I'm sending you wishes for lasting clarity, quiet strength, and a beautiful transition into the new month. May your day unfold in the very best way possible.